Instantly, he'll be a superstar. The buildup for this fight will be astronomically huge. Everyone will be on board. And if Ilia goes out and he starches Paddy Pimblett, he will be a superstar right now. He will be your European version of Sean O'Malley. Okay? His fight game is unreal. You just saw it.
I saw him last time. He got an hand sanitizer bottle bounced off his foot.
I don't understand you or anything.
And if Paddy wins, right? If Paddy Pimblett wins, who's already a certified star, he is certified, top of the division, ready to go. You can't lose. Either way, you come out with a superstar. Like a superstar you could sell main events around. Ilia Topuria is not main event, like not pay-per-view main event yet. If you do this fight with Paddy Pimblett and he wins, he is main event superstar. If Paddy Pimblett wins, then he's ready for prime time. He's a main event superstar. All right, Jesse on Fire. We're going to talk about Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria because this is a reignited problem. A big, fat beef between these two guys that I would assume had never died, but is definitely reignited as of this moment because now people remembered about the conflict they had. And so the conflict has been reignited. And I guarantee you, I absolutely guarantee you that right now in this moment, if you were in the same room as Paddy Pimblett and you brought up Ilia Topuria, smoke is going to come out of his ears. He is super pissed about Ilia Topuria right now. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because this beef is now reignited 100%. And I want to throw any weight that I can on the scales to make this fight happen. Now, I'm sure that I'm going to get a bunch of pushback. People are going to be like, there's absolutely no way that this fight happens. And I will tell you why they're going to say that. I don't necessarily disagree, but I will say this. Ilia Topuria would be insane not to take this fight. And Paddy Pimblett would also be insane not to take this fight. I know what you're going to say. I know you're going to say that I'm wrong about that. I know you're going to say I'm wrong about that. But I bet you I know someone who is not going to think I'm insane when I lay out my case for it. And his name is Paddy Pimblett. All right? Paddy Pimblett. So that's what we're going to do. And then I also want to run you guys back through how the beef started, everything that happened between them. And I'll show you guys the press conference where they lost their minds on each other. It was supposed to be Paddy Pimblett against Gordon and Ilia Topuria against Bryce Mitchell, and they ended up just trying to fight each other the entire time. And, it's interesting. During that one, and I'll show you the video, Dana seemed to not be bothered very much by it. Like, he just let it happen, especially in a situation where Ilia legitimately went over to try to, try to incite violence during the press conference, and Dana is just ear to ear smiling. He's in between them. He's like, man, I guess if this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I thought to myself, I was like, remember when he called the schmo an idiot? Like, I think he was like, I know they're friends and they've done stuff together, but remember how mad he got at the schmo because the schmo asked Kevin Holland about the Masvidal and Holland thing. And Dana was like, dude, these two guys have other opponents. And he was super mad about that. I don't know. Something must have happened with Masvidal and Kevin Holland that we did not see. Either that or he just knows that Masvidal is a live wire that's, down to just brawl, and so is Kevin Holland. And he's like, whatever, because they have their own opponents. Did not apply here, and I will show you that when we run through the video. And that's what we're going to do. There's a saga unfolding, and I want that fight. Give me that fight. These two guys hate each other. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that. Just subscribe to the channel, dude. Just do me a solid, man. All I want is your subscription, okay? But in all seriousness, you guys should definitely subscribe. It helps me. It helps the channel. I would assume you guys want to help the channel if you watch my stuff. Also, this is the sponsor of this video, and that's Yo Kratom. Yo Kratom, son. They got prices that'll melt your brain, and the quality is top notch. Takes 2 days to get here, as literally as reliable as Amazon. YoKratom.com. Give them a look. All right, so here is why I know that Paddy Pimblett is furious, okay? Quote, Paddy Pimblett should stay far away from the Ilia Topuria fight, coming from a very credible source in UFC. Now, before I show you who that is, I want to lay out how I know that the reaction to this from Paddy Pimblett is going to be smoke coming out of his ears. He's going to be furious. I know this for 100% sure. And how I know is because I paid very close attention to how this thing went when Paddy fought against Gordon and the aftermath, right? And I'm not talking about the immediate aftermath. I never fault any fighter ever for them thinking that they want to fight, not winning a fight, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever fault anybody for that, okay? They just got in a fight, right? Like, they literally just got in a fight. They're punching. You have it's chaos in there, war. You have no idea, how it felt to the fighter in there. So, like, if a guy comes off, he's like, oh, yeah, I thought I won all 3 rounds. And people are like, are you serious? You can't ever hold a thing like that against a guy. Not to mention, just in general, you can't, like, he gets a pass for that, right? So I'm not breaking his balls over his immediate reaction to the fight after the fight. I'm not breaking his balls, period, actually. What I am going to point out is that when the collective MMA community seemed to universally publicly say that they thought Gordon won that fight, Paddy was really pissed, super pissed. Every time he talked about it, he would bring it up either directly or indirectly, how mad he was that people thought that Gordon won the fight. Now, I will say this also, he made us, he defended himself why he thought that he won the fight. But to me, listening to what he's saying, what he's not saying, how he's saying it, etc., what I got from it is why he's pissed, is he's pissed at the idea that everyone thinks that Gordon won the fight, Because bottom line, this is not a sport like other sports. Now, obviously, there are some sports where you either win or you don't based on points, accumulation of points, time running out, etc. UFC, MMA, obviously has ways that you can finish, you can win without having to go and ask 3 people what their opinion is on who won. But there are a lot of sports that are done by judges. Figure skating, synchronized swimming, really tough guy sports. Diving, competitive diving. And so if you lose in a sport like that and you think that you got hosed by the judges, you could be like, that's bullshit. And if the whole collective community is like, nah, he won, dude. Like, that guy won, right? Or if you won and they're like, we think the other guy won, you're kind of like, all right, well, whatever, right? It's a fight. It's not the same thing, okay? When someone says, I think that guy won, it's not like you're like, oh, well, that guy's triple axel was much more challenging than the one that Paddy did. They're like, that guy beat you up. That guy won the fight. You're like, wait, what? He didn't win the fight. I didn't have a mark on my face. He didn't knock me down. He didn't what? It's a completely different thing to have a bunch of people saying that they think that you lost a fight versus anything else. And Paddy has been universally super pissed when people talk about that. So when you have articles like this come out, right? Paddy Pimblett should stay far away from the Ilia Topuria fight. This is a guy who he has a personal problem with. They almost got in a fight. They kind of, they got in a physical thing, dude. They went after each other, threw shit at each other. They get into it at the, at the press conference. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to start you there because that'll give the best context to people talking about this and how infuriated he must be, dude. All right. So let's watch.
Oh, and I want to just clear something up. I called you a quitter. I should rephrase that. You never quit in your fight. You just faded. And I'm not going to sit here and say
Gordon,
that you
obviously
just gave up and rolled over.
He just quit when he see me coming.
Who said that? I couldn't hear you.
What did you say? I didn't say nothing. What did you say, Jared? That was some
Topuria just takes this thing over.
space cadet behind you.
Well, Topuria and Paddy, I mean.
I
That
couldn't
was some
hear anything.
chorizo,
Sorry.
a Spanish sausage.
Oh,
He's so different.
your boy over
When
there.
he see me coming, he
Your
go
boy
to
over
the
there.
back doors.
He's obsessed with me.
Isn't this hilarious? Like, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love when guys get into it. And like at the time, you've got, a guy, you got one guy who's a superstar and you got this other guy. It's like, man, he's up and coming, like who knows? I don't know, man. It's like, honestly, at this point, it was almost like Conor McGregor and Jeremy Stevens like, yeah, that's because I knock guys out. And Conor's like, who the fuck is that guy? This is kind of like that at this moment. 6 months later, You got everybody like, bro, Paddy, you do not want it, dog. You don't want it. You don't want it. Anyway.
Me lad, it's heavy.
Shut the fuck
He
up.
hasn't stopped tweeting about me all week, lad. He needs to sort his life out.
Fucking him out, please, loudly, loudly. Shut up, man.
What did you say, Jared, anyway?
No, I
that
said-
little bum's irrelevant.
I said
You're the
that.
fucking bum.
See?
Bum bitch.
See? That was Paddy Pimblett's. Who the fuck is that guy? That was his. Who the fuck is that guy? And look at, hey, dude. I guess now we know who that guy is, dude.
You didn't quit. You just got tired.
Yeah.
So I
No,
should
you're
rephrase
right.
that. I should rephrase that.
Yeah.
And I stand corrected.
Question for Ilia in the back. Has it been difficult being around Paddy? Have you had to stay away from him backstage?
What you said?
Has it been difficult being around Paddy backstage?
I haven't seen him, lad. I haven't seen him all week.
I did.
For the record, Dana said the schmo is a stupid asshole idiot for doing exactly that, dude. That's exactly what the schmo did, and Dana bit his head off. So I don't know what happened between Kevin and George, but something was going on because Dana for sure does not care about this at all, as you will see again in a second when they go after each other.
The UFC have kept us apart.
When he see me coming,
Because, you know, when I saw him last time, he got a hand sanitizer bottle bounced off his foot.
I don't understand you anything. Back in the flouty mouthy, clouty, like what?
Hand sanitizer, boy!
Okay, first of all, how awesome. But I like, you got two guys going back and forth with each other. Normally, I'm kind of like, I like that. Dude, these guys are both awesome. These guys are both awesome. At this part of the game, would you have expected Ilia Topuria to be this good at this? Honestly, he's Spanish, you know. I don't understand anything. He's like, normally when people are speaking English, when it's not their first language, they're not good at making fun of people. Do you know what I mean? Like if English is not your first language and you are in this situation, you're trying to make fun of people, you're not normally that good. You can't make fun of people's accent normally when they're speaking their first language and you are speaking your second language, and he just did that. I can't understand anything you said. Go to. It's like, and it works.
Fuck you. Fucking mushroom.
Hey!
Yeah. You want to
No
talk
one
to
even
me
knows
like
you
a man
by
to
your
man?
name, lad. You're known as hand sanitizer, boy.
We have to have these guys fight.
You little
Shut
mongrel.
up. De corazón. Hey.
English, yeah.
Hey.
Speak English.
You want to talk to me like the man?
I love when guys do that. Hey, English, yeah. He's clean, dude.
The man, you said something about me. I went to your country. I slap your face. I get at the wasting win. I walk like a king in your street.
Are you talking English?
And what
there?
you did? What you
Is
did,
that
man?
English?
Yeah, of course I
Speak
do.
English for the people, lad.
Shut up.
Not you.
Again, can we give props to Ilia Topuria's shit talk game when he's speaking his second language? That's strong right there, dude. That is super strong.
I'm no Spanish like you're from.
I'm
little
talking,
mongrel.
I'm talking in English, and fuck you in English, y que te follen en español.
Dude, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm speaking English and fuck you in English and come on. That's fucking great fight game.
Yeah, Espanol, because you're Spanish.
Yeah.
You pretend
So
to be Georgian
do
when you're
what
not.
you-
You
what-
were
what
born
I
in
did to
Germany
you in your
and you live in
country.
Spain.
Try to do it
You
in
were
Spain,
born in Germany
and you're gonna see
and
what's
you
gonna
live in
happen to you.
Spain.
I don't really know what, I didn't understand this part, but like I said, dude, these two guys both have fucking top-notch fight game. This will be such a sick build-up, dude. Such a sick build-up. What? Look at this shit. You don't want to see this fucking fight now? Watching this now, you don't want to see this fucking fight?
You're
a little
rat.
mongrel.
Shut up.
That's what you are. You're a little mongrel.
Shut up. If not, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to crash your face right here.
Do it then, you
Mushroom.
little fart.
Another question?
Do it. Do it
Look
then.
at Dana.
You little
Look at Dana, dude.
pussy.
Hold on. Let me show you guys. Look at Dana. Okay? during this part. Remember, hey, this is disrespectful. These two guys aren't even fighting each other with George and fucking and Kevin Holland. Look at this.
What? Do it? Do it?
Look at Dana's all.
Come
Hey,
on,
aren't you gonna do something,
then.
Patty? Come on,
do
man.
something, stand up. What'll you do?
Look
You'll
at Dana's
do nothing.
face.
You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down, you little pussy. Puta.
Fucking pussy.
Dude, I mean, listen, like, no one ever got rich, you know, pointing out double standards of Dana's, like, but this one pretty egregious, dude. Like, he bit everyone's head off for throwing gasoline on the fire of Kevin Holland against Masvidal, and he loved this, dude. These two guys were fighting other people. I think at the time, Dana was like, oh God, these guys are going to be perfect. These guys are going to be perfect for each other, you know, before he realized Ilia Topuria is a fucking murder machine, dude. A top contender.
Fuck you. Everything he talks.
You little mushroom. You little chorizo, you fucking Spanish sausage.
You fucking pussy.
All right. I don't know what the hell just happened here, but
One final question for Bryson Mitchell.
Oh my God, it's so good, dude. That is so good. All right, now, so moving over to the other part. So a prominent MMA mind thinks Pimblett should avoid Topuria. So guess who it is, dude? Guess who it is? Guess who it is? It is Javier Mendez, dude. Ouch, man. That is a credible source of information, dude. That's a credible source. Now, I'm going to read you what he said. I'm going to tell you again that Paddy is super pissed about this for sure, which probably makes him want to fight him more, and I'll tell you why it would be a good idea. All right, so Javier Mendez says, I don't think it would have gone too well for him. That guy is just too solid of a fighter all the way around. Rarely ever do you see fighters this young, this well skilled in all areas. And this guy, I was very impressed. He has an incredible power hook, and that's what Alex Pereira caught Izzy with. Most people get caught with those hooks that clean. They go down and out. Get caught with hooks that clean, they go down and out. All right, so that I will just point out, though, that if there is any exposure in Topuria's game at all that I saw where it was like, okay, like, and I'm saying this as a compliment, it's when he throws that double hook. It's when he goes, whoom, and then he comes back with that left. There is a way where if he's caught in the pocket, where if it gets timed right, he could get starched right in the middle of those two hooks. Aside from that, he looks impenetrable, dude. Nonetheless, Javier Mendez saying that you can't beat a guy is going to infuriate Paddy Pimblett. And it is going to make Ilia Topuria laugh, which even more so is going to make Paddy want to fight him. And I will just show you guys this also. This is all stuff from other people. Topuria KOs Paddy Pimblett in 1 round. Twitter reacts to Ilia Topuria demolishing Josh Emmett. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about, you know, a lot of talk here about how good he is and what he would do to Paddy, which, again, I promise you infuriates Paddy Pimblett. Now, let me make my case for why they should make this fight. So, number one, I know the UFC has a star on their hands with Paddy Pimblett. He is a star, and you see why right there. He's got tremendous fight game. He is an exceptional fight promoter. He's got a great personality. That's exactly who he is. People can see through the bullshit, and they like it. People like confident people that can just be themselves and sell a fight like that. The UFC is thinking to themselves, we don't want Paddy to lose, and Ilia will beat the living shit out of Paddy Pimblett, most likely, is what they're probably thinking. You know, Paddy is going to get hand-picked opponents to make sure that he has the ability to continue winning, just like they did for Sean O'Malley, and Ilia Topuria probably looks like the worst possible matchup for him. I don't disagree with that. I think it is a huge, huge, huge uphill battle for Paddy, but Paddy has a granite chin. He is a vicious grappler. There is a world where he gets a hold of Ilia Topuria and he could potentially win. Now, here's the reason why I think they should make the fight, though. Ilia Topuria is on the precipice of being a superstar. You just saw what fight game he has in that press conference. The press conference I just showed you, you saw what kind of fight game Ilia Topuria has. That is not just like, oh, the guy's good looking, you know, he's got good striking and wrestling. That's a guy who kills it in press conferences. You wouldn't have known that had he not gotten into it with Paddy like we just showed you. And you saw Paddy as a perfect dance partner. So what you have here is you have a win-win situation, like a super huge win-win situation here. If Ilia, after coming off that Josh Emmett win, and then the build up to this Paddy Pimblett fight, and then what that will set up, if he beats Paddy Pimblett, he is a superstar instantly. He'll be a superstar. The build up for this fight will be astronomically huge. Everyone will be on board. And if Ilia goes out and he starches Paddy Pimblett, he will be a superstar right now. He will be your European version of Sean O'Malley. Okay? His fight game is unreal. You just saw it. And if Paddy wins, right? If Paddy Pimblett wins, who's already a certified star, he is certified, top of the division, ready to go. You can't lose. Either way, you come out with a superstar. Like a superstar you could sell main events around. Ilia Topuria is not main event, like not pay-per-view main event yet. If you do this fight with Paddy Pimblett and he wins, he is main event superstar. If Paddy Pimblett wins, then he's ready for prime time. He's a main event superstar. European. Either way, you come out with a European pay-per-view superstar, make that motherfucking fight. And I guarantee you that Paddy wants it because dude, oh, you think I lost to Jared Gordon? Blah, blah, blah. Give it to him, dude. Give him the opportunity to win it back, and he's going to take the fight. You think Topuria is going to turn that fight down? Make the fucking fight. Let's go.